A silver squeeze? Is that possible? You tell me. Today on the Meager Millionaire, we're going to speak about a little article that just came out of the Jerusalem Post here on the 28th of October. It states that the silver short squeeze, a historic market battle in the making. Well, I believe this is the biggest opportunity of our lifetimes. I believe that you want to get out of dog shit, which is the currency of your country, and into real silver, gold, platinum, palladium, rhodium, whatever you guys can get your hands on. And of course, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I am not a financial planner. Don't listen to me. I am ridiculous. Let's go on and explore a little further. An industrial demand soars and physical supplies dwindle. The silver market approaches a historic breaking point. Could the looming silver squeeze create an investment opportunity of a generation? Let us read on. In the shadowy world of precious metals trading, a storm is brewing. The silver market, long considered the neglected cousin of gold, stands at the precipice of what could become one of the most spectacular short squeezes in financial history. This isn't just another market manipulation story. It's a confluence of structural weakness, industrial necessity, and growing awareness that could reshape the precious metals landscape forever. Now, if you ask me, I think that this has potential, if it gets carried away, to make GameStop look like child's play. The banking cartel's silver scheme, decades of price suppression. Now, precious metals, they don't get suppressed, do they? They never step in there and do this thing called tamping down the price from time to time? Well, let's see what else they have to say. The story of silver price suppression by major financial institutions reads like a financial thriller. Yet it's documented fact rather than fiction. For decades, a small group of powerful banks has maintained massive short positions in silver, effectively acting as a cartel to control and suppress prices. This isn't conspiracy theory. It's evidenced by multiple regulatory investigations, lawsuits, and eventual settlements. Look into how many times JP Morgan's been caught with their pants around their ankles. Have a look-see, people. You're being bamboozled. This history of manipulation adds another explosive element to the coming silver squeeze, as banks potentially race to exit their short positions and protect their physical holdings. Their very efforts to escape the trap they created could accelerate the squeeze's momentum. As silver prices rise, these banks face potentially billions in losses in short-term positions. This could make the end of the banking cartel's long-running scheme to suppress silver prices. True price of silver, long hidden by manipulation, may soon be revealed. Now, you hear people talk about how high the price of silver is going. That stuff doesn't even matter. It's really about how low the purchasing power of the dollars that you're working your humps off for every day is going. All right, silver and gold are the backside of the dollar, the anti-dollar, and they've been suppressed. The paper to physical squeeze. All right, you oftentimes hear people talk about just 400 or 500 paper shorts for every physical ounce of silver. Well, let's see what else goes on here. For decades, the silver market has harbored a dangerous secret. The paper trading world has built a castle on a foundation of sand. The disparity between paper and physical silver has reached a staggering proportions, all right? So here it goes on to give some bullet points. Paper claims exceed physical silver by 400 to 450 ounces of paper per one physical ounce of, you guessed it, this stuff, silver. COMEX registered inventories have reached historic lows. Less than 0.25% of futures contracts stand for deliveries typically, all right? Major banks maintain short positions exceeding annual global mining supply. So they're trading more paper every day than there is a global mine supply. While banks and traders shuffle these paper contracts back and forth in volumes that dwarf the physical market, the actual metal that underpins this entire system has quietly been disappearing into industrial application, investment vaults, and retail hands. All right? The supply squeeze. The supply side of the equation looks equally compelling. Several factors are constraining silver's availability. Global mine production has declined since peaking in 2016. Only 25% of silver comes from primary silver miners. New deposits discoveries have fallen 50% in the last decade. Development time for new mine is average 10 to 12 years. So you have a depleting resource and they're shorting the living daylights out of it. This seems like a huge opportunity to me. Meanwhile, growing global uncertainty has reignited interest in precious metals as a safe haven. Central banks continue to experiment with unprecedented monetary policies, while geopolitical tensions drive nations and individuals alike to seek tangible assets. Tangible assets. That's what we want. Tangible assets. And with silver being a depleting asset, you want this tangible asset. The supply-demand imbalance is poised to worsen. All right, so gold got what? Declassified from tier 3 asset to tier 1 asset in 2019. Nobody talks about that, right? Oh, it's nothing. It's just a barbaric relic. Pet rock. You don't want gold. Gold's for dummies and losers. Well, the central banks are buying it, people. And just the other day, after this whole Kazan-Russia meeting, Russia is going to be adding silver and platinum and palladium and rare gemstones and diamonds to their what? Reserve assets. Have a depleting resource. Get with the program. The demand squeeze. Silver is one of the most important elements on the planet. Let me read that again. Silver is one of the most important elements on the planet, and there is no other that even comes close to its versatility of uses. Even gold, often considered the ultimate precious metal, pales in comparison to silver's diverse application. Gold's the money of kings, silver's the money of gentlemen, barter's the money of the commoner, and debt is the money of effing slaves. Silver's unique properties make it indispensable in numerous industries, from technology and medicine to energy and defense. So in every one of these Tomahawk missiles, there's like a monster box shoved into that bad boy that gets atomized every time they shove something, a missile into something. So depleting resource, depleting asset. Here are just a few of silver's many uses. Green technology. I'm not a greeny weenie, but anyways, they use a lot of it in solar panels. Silver is a critical component in solar panels, electric vehicles, and other green energy technologies that oftentimes are not green at all, but they're just going to sell to you like that, all right? Gobble it up. Electronics. Silver is used in a wide range of electronic devices, including smartphones, computers, and televisions. So this metal right here is the standard for electronics, all right? Every other metal is measured against it. It's super conductive. Medicine. Silver has powerful antimicrobial properties and is used in wound dressings, catheters, and other medical devices. I don't shove many catheters in me, but once in a while one gets up there. Optics. Silver is used to make mirrors. Who knew? Lenses and other optical components. Defense. Yeah, they're shoving this stuff in the missiles left, right, and center, right? And it's a store of wealth, all right? It's been store of wealth for centuries. Centuries and centuries and centuries, all right? It's still money, people. Get your hands on it. This is not financial advice. As the world continues to transition to a more sustainable future, whatever that means, the demand for silver is going to increase. With this unique combination of properties, silver is poised to play a vital role in the 21st century. You want to know a secret? Silver has always played a vital role in mankind, all right? It's no different. Same song and dance, different bunch of fools. The global shift towards sustainable energy and technology is driving unprecedented demand for silver. As nations race to secure this critical resource, the old adage, get all the gold, is being replaced with a new mantra, get all the silver. All right? The silver squeeze mechanism. What could finally trigger the silver short squeeze? The beauty or perhaps the terror, depending on your position. I'm pumped. Of the current situation is that it doesn't require a grand conspiracy or a massive coordinated action. Several potential catalysts could initiate the squeeze. Industrial users stockpiling. As industrial demand for silver surges, particularly in sectors like solar and electronics, companies may begin stockpiling physical silver to ensure supply, reducing availability, supply for the market. All right, so if they see a shortage coming out, they're going to be front running it. Banks short covering. This is the big one. A major bank holding a significant short position in silver may be forced to cover its position, leading to a rapid buying spree. Remember when I said GameStop's going to be child's play? If this plays out, it's going to be absolutely for the record books. Critical inventory levels. If inventories of physical silver at exchanges or refiners fall to critical low levels, it can exacerbate supply concerns and drives up prices. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Coordinated delivery. A group of large investors could coordinate a mass delivery of silver contracts, overwhelming the market's ability to fulfill physical demand. So do you think that people like me and you got enough money laying around to move the silver market? The answer is no. If we did it en masse, maybe. But I'll tell you what, nation states, like the BRICS nations, who are now adding it to their, their reserves, do have enough money to, let's say, make the bullion banks go caca in their pants. Central banks buying. Oh, you remember that gold's tier 1 asset? What are they buying? Oh, I don't know. Gold. Central banks, particularly those in emerging economies, may increase their silver holdings as diversification strategy or to stabilize their currencies. Geopolitical tensions. Now, we don't have any of those at the moment, do we? You only got Israel and Iran and everybody else over there and all in hot mess, and you got the whole Ukraine-Russia thing. It's a disaster. Yeah, we're in interesting times, as the Chinese curse says. Geopolitical events such as war, trade dispute, or natural disasters can disrupt supply chains and increase demand for safe haven assets like silver. And I just don't think it's silver, people. I think it's like platinum, palladium, rhodium, gold, whatever, osmium, whatever you can get your mitts on. That's kind of what, anyways, I'm just saying. Gold prices increase. A significant increase in the price of gold can often lead to an increase in demand for silver as investors seek alternative precious metals. So a lot of people will play the ratio, the gold to silver ratio. The gold to silver ratio is still crazy high. It's 80 to 1, all right? This stuff's coming out of the ground at probably less than 10 to 1. So it's, at least in my opinion, at least 8 times undervalued. So going on here a little bit further, it says, looking forward, the silver market is approaching a historical inflection point. I agree. It is coming to a head, it would seem. The physical demand of the green revolution are non-negotiable. The decline in mine supply cannot be quickly reversed, and the paper market's promises cannot be maintained indefinitely. Something has to give. In the end, this isn't just about the profit potential, though the cartel exists. It's about the resolution of decades of market distortions and the reimagining of how we price and trade one of humanity's most crucial metals. When the silver short squeeze finally arrives, it won't just be the market event. It'll be a historical reset that reshapes the precious metals landscape for generations to come. So if you guys hold this in your families, gold, silver, platinum, whatever you can get your mitts on, I believe it's going to be your transition asset. I think you're going to have to own it. And I think that the public's going to run to it. They're going to sprint, but they just don't realize it yet. If you're watching this, it's just because you're early. The combination of declining physical supply, increasing industrial demand, and growing awareness of market structural vulnerabilities suggests that when the squeeze occurs, the move could both be dramatic and sustained. For those who understand these dynamics, the strategy is clear. Position appropriately, maintain conviction, and prepare for what could be one of the most significant market events of our lives. All right? Can this silver short squeeze happen? I don't know, but I'll tell you what. I'm positioned. I'm sitting right there. I'm going to ride it out. I don't want to trade in dollar bills for silver. You crazy? They're just going to print those things into oblivion.